We have now, in fact, been joined by Dr. Satoru Nagao, researcher in Japan. So, thank you so much for taking our time speaking to us on NewsX. We can see the visuals on our screens. Of course, the Prime Minister of Japan has made it clear that there is a warning that has been sirened and people are to follow the restrictions and rules that have been put forth. But again, a breath of relief considering the fact that there have been no injuries that have been reported so far. I want to understand from you. Sir, if you've had the time to speak to your friends and family in Japan, what exactly are they telling you, sir?
All of the TV changed to the emergency channel and warning and asked the people to evacuate. But where I live is a little bit inland, so that's why I do not need to evacuate. I can join this. But anyway, Japan is island. The side of the Pacific is very long. From the north to south and east and west, both are 3,500 kilometer level. So this means looks like India-China border. So that's why the wider range of the area is a place the people need to evacuate to the higher ground. But until now, the tsunami, first wave of the tsunami is 15 centimeters. But even if the warning originally can expect 3 meter as a worst case scenario, so that's why currently, fortunately, it has not happened. A big tidal wave hasn't happened. But at the same time, the experience in the past indicate that the first wave was not only the highest, so second wave, third wave could be the highest. So that's why the currently 50 cents, but second wave will come, it will be more higher. That kind of situation could happen. So that's why still the warning is continued. No, that is the current situation.
Absolutely, sir. And of course, you've given us the details of the situation on the ground. I want to understand from you, sir, especially in parts like Hokkaido, what exactly are the people living in Hokkaido bracing for? What exactly is the warning and the process of evacuating that has been put forth to them to make sure that they're safe as these warnings and these sirens go on, particularly in Hokkaido, because that's the place where the tsunami warnings have been issued.
Yes, because the earthquake has happened in the Kamchatka Peninsula, Russia, so this means the northern part. That's why we are talking about Hokkaido, the northern part of Japan. But at the same time, it looks like the sea is just a small pond. So north and south is not so big matter. So that's why in case of Hokkaido, yes, this is a very close proximity from the venue of the earthquake. That's true. So that's why the Hokkaido is preparing. But at the same time, indeed, all of the Pacific side is one in place. Anyways, in the case of Hokkaido and in case of the other part of Japan, we are well trained in both in the infrastructure and the training. Because every year the Japanese face something evacuation training because all of the schools there is a training day. So that's why indeed the people know what they should do in this place in that kind of case. So that's why there is no panic. The closing the door is a very big wall, but the door to prepare the tsunami is exist as an infrastructure and warning has announced and the siren is running. The people move to this door and close it. So, and people try to go the higher ground, and there are some certain places they have already known that this is the place to evacuate, so that's why they go to this place. Especially after the big tsunami tidal wave has happened in 2011. That time, big earthquake has happened and many dead. That time, even if the training has already prepared, but many people dead. So that's why it has improved. It has improved. More higher ground, more sophisticated preparation has happened. So that's why even if the Hokkaido, compared with that time, the more tougher situation Japan is preparing. That is the current situation.
Right, absolutely. You know, you of course spoken about the 2011 earthquake. It was a 9.1 magnitude earthquake in Tohoku, Japan. Like you said, there is a training process that was put forth because the damages were, it was massive damage, both collateral and to the infrastructure. But you know, there's another question that I want to pose to you with regards to the emotional aspect for it, of it. It's of course, you know, I'm assuming, and I think it's a fair assessment that people would be in panic at this point of time. It's an 8.8 magnitude earthquake. How does one then take care of that emotional aspect from a governance point of view?
There are two type of the training the Japanese are facing. One is of course the government planned training. This is once a year, not often. But indeed, repeated earthquake and typhoon, especially the earthquake, make people more tougher. Because the earthquake, suddenly the shaking, the ground, and the people need to hide under the desk or other places immediately. So this is, of course, earthquake is dangerous, but earthquake is repeated training for Japanese. So that's why if something has happened, people's mind is not enter just a panic or something or emotional. They try to do looks like it is one of the training. That is happening in this place because repeated earthquake, I believe.
Absolutely. So, with that, I'd like to thank you for joining us on the broadcast. I hope you, your family members, and your loved ones are all safe.